Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Arrangements for Liam's funeral. Do Hope and Steffy make hurting promises? According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer might eventually plan a funeral. Regarding Liam's last desires as he nears death, Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan may have to make some difficult concessions. Liam is aware that his illness is incurable, but he doesn't want to waste time becoming angry or dwelling on things he cannot alter. Before he leaves, Liam primarily wants to create as many joyful memories as he can and recall better times. But now that he's dying, Liam can't avoid it, and in the upcoming episodes, it will worry him even more. As Liam's illness progresses, he will have to confront the fact that his time is running out. There is always the chance of a miraculous cure, but that plot line may be dwindling. It appears that BNB may indeed be giving Liam a dramatic farewell based on the way all of these events are unfolding. Liam could have to make some challenging preparations since he might not be receiving the last-minute save that many supporters are hoping for. It's possible that Liam may want to finalize his funeral plans and ensure that his will is signed. Liam might enlist Steffy and Hope's assistance in handling his last demands, in part because he trusts them and in part because it will help them bond. When the time comes, the show will undoubtedly give Liam a funeral to remember if his plot is really going to end tragically. If that occurs, Hope and Steffy will have to deal with one of the most difficult situations of their life. The bright side is that Liam might achieve one of his objectives regarding Steffy and Hope's journey towards harmony. Although Hope and Steffy's ceasefire might not last forever, they will undoubtedly unite for a while in the wake of this devastating loss. The earliest indications of that are already apparent, but as this plot develops, the pattern will persist. Even though Hope is desperate to discover a cure for Liam's illness, heartbreaking news might be on the horizon. As Liam's brain tumor grows, he can receive even more heartbreaking reports. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, this could lead to a very moving conclusion, so keep an eye out for any funeral drama that may be coming up. As she reveals Liam's condition, Hope leans on Carter. According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan might eventually inform Carter Walton about Liam Spencer's illness. Hope is intended to be with Liam, so he has begged her to get back together with Carter. Hope is unaware, though, that Carter overheard her confess her love for Liam. Will Hope be honest with Carter? I hope that Carter Walton's heart has been broken by Logan. When Hope was discussing Liam's imminent death with him, she was unaware that Carter was outside the door. Carter is only aware of Hope's declaration of love for Liam and her future plans to be with him. Carter is unaware that the future might only take a few days rather than the years he anticipates. After returning home, Carter told Daphne Rose, Muriel Hilaire, about his situation. Daphne offers to help Carter get into bed in order to console him. Will Carter fall into Daphne's trap or will he wait for Hope to give him an explanation? Despite his love for Hope, is Carter really prepared to leave her? Carter Walton is the target of Daphne Rose. For weeks, Daphne has been urging Carter to abandon Hope and leave. Carter has fallen in love with Daphne, but has he also been seduced by Daphne after hearing Hope's confession? Will Carter restrain himself from acting hastily once more and immediately hopping into the bed of another woman? Artwork. Given that he will undoubtedly harm Daphne in the end, Carter might leave her. Will Carter be able to think long enough to see that something else is happening? Would Hope reach Carter in time to prevent him from making the error that would cause their relationship to fail? Is Carter certain that Hope has been taking advantage of him all along? I hope Logan lets Carter Walton Indiana. Liam is adamant that Hope approach Carter and express her feelings to him. In the end, Liam will visit John Finnegan at the hospital and will encourage Hope to visit Carter while he is away. Hope telling Carter that she wants to work things out will undoubtedly confuse him. Before they can be together, Hope might have to tell Carter that Liam is dying and that she wants to see him through. Will Carter see the need to give her daughter time with her father and offer her the optimism she needs? Will Liam's passing bring Carter and Hope together at last? Will Liam live and make matters more difficult? Determined to win Carter over, Daphne pursues him. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Daphne Rose will use the chance to approach Carter Walton, who has been heartbroken. Carter has only heard fragments of Hope Logan and Liam Spencer's conversation. Before Hope can give Carter an explanation, will he succumb to Daphne's advances? Daphne Rose has been brought to Carter Walton's apartment. After leaving Hope's house and listening in on her and Liam's talk, Carter immediately went to the workplace. Carter concluded that he was unable to remain at the office. Carter even attributes his problems with the Forresters to Hope. According to Carter, he nearly destroyed his life for Hope. It's funny that he accuses her since he has stated that he came up with the idea. Carter has been assured by Daphne that she is there for him and is making every effort to get him to bed. Will Hope interrupt them by calling Carter? Is Carter denying Daphne a chance to avoid giving her the incorrect impression? Will Carter come to the realization that Daphne, not the events at Forrester, caused him and Hope to split up in the first place? Daphne Rose has received encouragement from Steffy Forrester. To intervene between Carter and Hope, Steffy Forrester summoned Daphne Rose to Los Angeles. Daphne has fallen in love with Carter now that she has achieved this. Carter has a tendency to switch women quickly, which could be detrimental to Daphne. If Carter sleeps with her and then ends things, he might undoubtedly wind up crushing her heart. Right now, Carter is upset. Sadly, Carter might realize that Hope has no intention of not coming back to him when he clarifies what he heard. Hope is sincerely interested in giving their relationship another go. Even if he did have sex with her, will Carter leave and return to Hope after discovering the truth? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Daphne is determined to win Carter over and pursues him. No is not an acceptable response for Daphne Rose. Carter has repeatedly made an effort to persuade Daphne of his commitment to Hope. Even if Carter's feelings are crushed right now, he won't jump into bed with Daphne if he really loves Hope. Carter has stated that he is committed to regaining Hope. Even though Hope has persisted in shooting him down, Hope has not yet conceded. Will Hope's account of her encounter with Liam be accepted by Carter, or will he even give her a chance to speak? Will Carter strive to be content with Daphne and leave Hope behind? Does Carter's history of romantic hookups teach him nothing? Is Carter going to commit a grave error and permanently lose Hope? Liam's devastating brain tumor diagnosis necessitates making life-altering choices. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam Spencer is forced to face his death and make his ultimate desires known to Hope and Steffy after receiving heartbreaking news regarding the growth of his brain tumor from Dr. Grace Buckingham. Steffy uniting is in grief after Liam's devastating brain tumor update, leaving Hope. Awesome news for Liam ahead. During the week of May 19th to 23rd, Liam Spencer will be devastated to learn of his brain tumor, a sad event that is set to disrupt everyone's world. Since his initial diagnosis, the once indecisive Spencer heir has been putting up a brave front, but even he is unprepared for the shocking revelation that Dr. Grace Buckingham is about to deliver. It hits home with the brutal reality. Liam has accepted his dire prognosis in theory, but the hard truth hasn't yet hit him yet. How was that possible? Despite deteriorating symptoms that indicate his body's betrayal, no one should have to confront his own mortality, particularly a young parent who still has a lot of life left to live. Liam will hold on to the last sliver of illogical optimism that we all had behind those hospital walls. Perhaps, just possibly, the scans will reveal that his tumor is slowly developing. There might have been an error. Even a miracle? But get ready, soap opera enthusiasts. Dr. Grace is going to break the news that breaks hearts. According to reports, the scans will reveal that Liam's tumor is expanding far more quickly than anyone had thought, which will be a devastating realization that will make him face the fact that he is running out of time. The clock is ticking. When these new scans show Liam's rapidly declining condition, the neuro team won't mince words. Dr. Buckingham will have to have that impossible talk, and Liam might insist on knowing the answer to the question we all fear: how long? Since each patient is unique, medicine is obviously not a precise science. One thing is certain, though, Liam will leave this appointment knowing that he needs to get ready, and quickly. Steffy union in grief and hope. The potential for Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester to set aside their differences in order to assist the man they have both loved is the bright side of this heartbreaking plot. Despite his reluctance to burden people, Liam has already received assurances from both women that he is not a burden. Hope's steadfast assistance has been consoling, and Steffy apparently feels as committed to supporting her kid's father in his most trying times. Since nobody is ever really ready to talk about their own mortality, Liam has found it difficult to be candid about his circumstances. However, with Steffy and Hope supporting him, we may finally see Liam let his guard down and share his true feelings. Painful goodbyes and final wishes. Anticipate that Liam will eventually have to make his last wishes known as the truth of his condition sets in. Some of the most heartbreaking scenes we've seen on The Bold and the Beautiful in a long time may result from this. Will his girls receive any special messages from him? Future requests? Does he need to express his apologies and confessions before it's too late? It is obvious that the show is about to deliver an emotional blow directly to the viewer's heart. Additionally, you might want to keep tissues on hand because these sequences are performed by actors of the quality of Scott Clifton, Annika Noel, and Jacqueline McInnes Wood. One thing is clear: as Liam's plot becomes more tragic over the next few weeks, his health issue will make everyone in his immediate vicinity face what really matters while there is still time to say goodbye. As The Bold and the Beautiful were getting ready to bid farewell to Liam Spencer following his tragic brain tumor diagnosis, the plot took a sharp and unexpected turn that left everyone in shock. As the folks surrounding Liam prepared for the worst, the emotional roller coaster that has accompanied his health crisis pushed viewers to the edge. For weeks, the suspense increased as though the soap opera was edging closer to a devastating conclusion as Steffy, Hope, Bill, and even Carter struggled with the possibility of a world without Liam. However, in typical B&B fashion, a miracle happened: Liam lived. Liam shocked medical professionals and loved ones when his test results came back clear after receiving a high-risk experimental therapy overseas, which Steffy finally agreed to travel with him for despite the emotional minefield that existed between them. He started to show symptoms of healing a few days after a successful treatment, and the tumor had decreased to the point where it could be operated on. But without a twist that transforms love into conflict and optimism into heartbreak, this wouldn't be Bold and the Beautiful. Because even though Liam may have made it through his medical crisis, everything is abruptly falling apart around him, and a new secret could ruin his incredible second chance. Hope, who had been there for Liam through his illness, promised to be there for him no matter what. With time running out, she even pushed Carter away, adamant that Liam was her past, present, and future. With Carter grieving from the sorrow and looking to Daphne for solace in a contentious pairing that raised eyebrows throughout Los Angeles, her decision sent shockwaves through the Forrester family and beyond. However, the romantic triangle has taken a drastic, terrible turn now that Liam is alive and recovering. What does Hope's emotional state change now that Liam has a future? Did she genuinely want to restore what they had lost, or was she clinging to him out of shame and fear? The unexpected turn of events occurs when Hope is shown crying alone while holding a sonogram picture from a private doctor's visit that no one else was aware of, just seconds after hearing of Liam's recovery. Indeed, the twist is more significant than everyone had thought. Hope is expecting a child. As if it weren't shocking enough, the father's identity is shocking in and of itself. The audience will remember Hope and Carter's brief, intensely emotional night together when they were unsure of Liam's condition. Even though she later denied it, saying that Liam still had her heart, it appears that the fallout from that night is only now starting to materialize. Now that Liam is alive and believes they are starting over together, Hope is concealing the very thing that could permanently shatter that illusion. Fans may anticipate a confrontation between Hope and both men in the upcoming weeks as she struggles with the emotional burden of knowing that Carter might be the father of her child. Still recovering from her first rejection, Carter is taken aback by the news and, although he promises to support her, he is changed as a person. He was altered by the heartbreak, and Daphne's influence may have made him less forgiving than Hope anticipates. Liam, who is just recovered and is busy planning for the future, is unaware that Hope is keeping this secret. Unaware that the future he envisions may not involve him at all, he wants to repeat their vows, spend more time with Beth, and even think about starting a family as part of his second chance with her. His improved health has rekindled his enthusiasm for life and given him hope that he can at last atone for his previous transgressions. However, in a horrible turn of events, the very love he relied on could fall apart right in front of him. For her part, Steffy has distanced herself from the drama, observing from the sidelines as she works through her own sorrow and recovers from the months she spent fearing the death of her daughter's father. Even though Steffy can see that Hope is seriously ill, she tries to be strong for Kelly despite her raw emotions. Ever the protective mother, Brooke also feels the tension. She approaches Hope and begs her not to let guilt control her decisions and to be honest with Liam now that he is well. Hope, who has always been romantic, is unsure of the correct course of action. How long can a secret like this remain hidden? She wants to keep Liam happy, not ruin it with a harsh reality. As the Forrester and Spencer families start to hear about Hope's pregnancy, Ridge and Taylor are also drawn into the turmoil. When Thomas, who is still clinging to his own complex feelings for Hope, learns that Carter might be the father of her child, emotions are running hot and loyalties change in unexpected ways. Will Thomas intervene to provide protection? Or will he take advantage of this disarray to regain her? Liam's survival is only now starting to have an impact on the shore. His recovery's miraculous turn was meant to be a happy conclusion to a terrible tale. As a result, there is now even more drama, heartache, and uncertainty. The landscape of the bold and the beautiful is poised to change once more, with Hope at its core, caught between truth, loyalty, and love, and Carter silently struggling with a future he didn't anticipate. In the meantime, Luna has her own thoughts about Carter's involvement in all of this, including whether he need to defend his position in Hope's life or let go entirely. There is no doubt that even while the tumor is no longer there, the harm it caused is still very much there. Will Liam lose his heart as a result of his incredible survival? This is the type of must-watch drama that the bold and the beautiful excels at, the unexpected turn of Hope's secret, the impending paternity mystery, and the emotional aftermath that threatens to ruin everything they rebuilt. The narrative doesn't end yet, so stay tuned. It's just getting started. Is Liam offering hope for next week's collision course? After learning that Liam Spencer on the CBS soap opera Bold and the Beautiful doesn't have much time left, Hope Logan is left in a shambles. Hope pledged to keep Liam's death a secret. However, her actions were blatantly obvious to Liam. He realized almost immediately that she was aware of his impending death on the CBS soap opera. However, Carter Walton just so happens to arrive at the door in time to hear Hope Logan and Liam Spencer discussing the future. However, he is unaware of the background of their chat. This makes room for a serious injustice, which is what Hope Logan is going to experience. Liam Spencer pushes Hope Logan to Carter Walton in Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton plays a desperate character in Bold and the Beautiful. His goal is to reunite with Hope Logan. However, we'll soon find out if the consequences of his listening in outside Hope's door drive him to an irreversible loss. Carter feels betrayed and enraged as Hope tells Liam Spencer that they should spend their future together. Liam pushes Hope Logan in the direction of Carter Walton in Bold and the Beautiful. When Carter initially listened at Hope's door, he heard this. When he heard Liam speaking up for him, it made him grin. However, he didn't show signs of distress in this bold and beautiful moment until Hope Logan spoke. Hope discusses her future belonging with Liam rather than expressing her love for Carter and agreeing with Liam. Liam survives his tumor, but his life spirals out of control in Bold and the Beautiful. #Brave and Beautiful. BNB, Carter Walton makes snap decisions regarding Hope. Liam's death is a crucial component of this puzzle that Carter is ignorant of on Bold and the Beautiful. According to Carter, Hope believes she will be with Liam for the remainder of his life. However, he is unaware of how fleeting that future is. Jacqueline McInnes Wood's character Steffy Forrester likewise feels a yearning to be with him, but she has no plans to exchange Finn for Liam. That is most likely what Hope intended and what Carter misinterpreted, but will it be too late by the time the matter is resolved? Daphne Rose and Carter Walton Hope Logan are both featured in Bold and the Beautiful. Heartbroken and distraught by what he heard Hope say to Liam, Carter returns to Forrester Creations. And who is prepared to support him during his suffering? That would be Daphne Rose. However, Daphne is perplexed by Carter's abrupt change of heart. Daphne had advised Carter an hour or two earlier that Hope would probably return to Liam after speaking with FC staff. Previews for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Carter is interested in Daphne this time around, despite his previous outburst. Next week, it appears that Carter will make a grave error. The Beautiful and the Bold, one door slams hard, but the other shuts gently. Liam Spencer anticipates spending his remaining years with Hope, Steffy, and their daughters in Bold and the Beautiful. However, he is also content knowing the two ladies he loves are in love with fine men, and he would never get in the way of that. Liam kindly informs Hope that they will not be a couple again. However, much as he wants Steffy to be in his life till the end, he still wants her in his future. Carter probably gets back together with Daphne before learning that Liam is dying and learning the truth about what Hope was saying the day he overheard them conversing. Bold and the Beautiful, will Hope and Liam get married on their deathbed? #Beautiful and Bold. Just as Carter and Daphne make their decision, Bold and the Beautiful appear to be preparing to send Hope Logan over to Carter's residence. Hope is urged by Liam Spencer to tell Carter that she loves him despite her hurt. In the meantime, Carter tells Daphne how hurt he is by Hope's use of him following what he overheard her say to Liam. He also claims that with that takeover, he nearly ruined his life for her. He now holds Hope accountable for the FC coup. After Hope discovers Daphne and Carter together, it appears that this will turn into a Bold and the Beautiful collision. This effectively closes the door in Hope's face. It appears like Hope Logan will have a traumatic experience next week when she stumbles upon Carter and Daphne on the CBS soap opera, unless his love for Hope stops him and saves the day.